Hey. Hey, you. That's right, you. Watching this video right now. Did you know that 50% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed? If you're already watching my videos, why not just click the button, alright? I hate asking for it, but you know what, man? They say it works, so I'm just gonna do it. Hey, Spuddies! PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Hungary, not Norway, like I made the mistake yesterday. We're currently working on killing Norway, and then we'll be transitioning over to Canada and America. We're also in the process of killing off Macedonia. I'll be capturing a few of these cities and then transitioning some of my army over here towards America. But things are going pretty damn well. We should be able to take over Nidaros in the near future, as well as Bandar Brunei, Avaldeniz, and Oslo. In typical potato fashion, I made a bit of a mistake and was not able to properly liberate Bandar Brunei, but that's fine. We'll be able to hold on to this city without too much hassle. I'm just going to capture it for now and let it go independent or whatever it does, and start making our way over to take out Hamar as well, because that's going to be an important one for us to grab to get enough loyalty pressure to keep everything else in line. Of course, I will pop Amani down into that city that I just captured in the hopes that I will be able to liberate things and make the loyalty a little bit less bad. Maybe I'll buy the monument in here to buy myself another little bit of time. It's not much, but it might help. Ooh, that is a painful withering drought inside of my territory. We did just, however, finish conservation, which means I am going to want to plug in the card that gives me extra resources from aluminum and oil. I'm not sure if I want to keep press gangs in. I might just pop that out for now because most of the boats I'm building aren't really available to be boosted by that card. Of all the city-states that I would like to get control of, I think Bologna is the best one. So I'm going to start putting envoys in there because if I could get a hold of Bologna, I could actually use them to fight Canada as well as potentially America. Let's kill Oslo with this ironclad. That will mean the city doesn't have a garrison, which means the loyalty will fall. I'm kind of tempted to maybe purchase like a really cheap unit, like a musketman. You know what? I'll just let it live on its current loyalty. It'll be fine. We'll be able to capture enough cities to be able to get loyalty stabilized in here. Don't you worry about that. Now is as good a time as any. Do I want to get Skedsmo is a real question. I know I'm going to grab Hamar soon. But if I want to get Skedsmo, I need to get up and close and personal with it. Oh, I kind of want to capture this builder. Because then I can use this builder to improve that aluminum. And I can use these bombers to take Ouroboros. Or Örebro. Which will mean that if I capture Örebro, then it will be able to provide even more loyalty pressure over here and reduce the amount of loyalty pressure that I'm suffering. So if I capture this, I could liberate Sweden. Oh no, not again. I could liberate Sweden. No. I'm going to keep the city. I'm going to keep it. It's better to keep it. Let's just not meme too hard, too close to the sun. And let's just take it easy. Take it easy cheesy. Let's recapture this city. I also need to get a little bit of healing done on this guy, so let's pop you in there to get a bit of healing. Of course, be keeping that city. Now, I also need to get to work on Pella. I only have one bomber in range, but it is slowly whittling down the city. Now, if I could get my these guys, battleships, down to this position, I could start bombarding the city, and that is exactly what we plan to do. Also want to take out Cahokia, and I may as well pillage this trade route too. That's 600 gold in the bank. That's actually quite a lot of gold, all things considered. I'm going to take in some promotions on these guys to get them healed back up to a reasonable health level. But we'll keep shooting torpedoes at the city of Alexandria. Right about now is the time to get myself a tank over here because Cahokia is ready to fall soon. And, well, it's ready to fall next turn, so we should be able to sweep in and grab it, and then it'll even lower the... It'll make the loyalty pressure over here a little bit better. Cahokia, I might liberate Cahokia. I'm kind of thinking about that one at the moment. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I am going to be needing to get units in range of Agai, though, again, because it's going to go independent in a couple of turns. Oh, it's a 7 turns now. Interesting. I think that's because I have a proper garrison unit, maybe. Yeah, maybe that is why. I'm wondering, can I torpedo this encampment? Yes, I can. Amazing. One thing to keep in mind is that the nuclear submarine actually doesn't use any strategic resources when you compare it to the regular submarine. So if I start running out of oil and I just generally want better units, like if you look at these are 65, 75, whereas the nuclear submarine is up to 80 and 85. So if I want a little bit of an upgrade to my naval raiders, I can just pick that up and then I don't need strategic resources. Let's get the settler moving out to capture this uranium right here. We're in position. Hopefully this will work out just fine. We'll swing all the way around and jump up on that uranium tile. Gotta keep killing quite a few of these things. I'm a little bit worried about getting right up to Skedsmo because I don't think I can kill it this turn. I don't know if I can get enough units in range to really do enough damage to it. I know I can liberate Bandar Brunei this turn, or maybe next turn. Yeah, I didn't have quite the movement to get it this turn, but I can liberate it next turn. I don't think my airplanes... I'm not really sure why I can't see that. Anyway, I don't think my airplanes have the damage to do this, but I'm going to rip down the walls in here anyway. That'll make it so that it'll be a little bit easier to capture this next turn. I am, of course, going to run you away. I'll get you in position to get that online as well. I want that aluminum so I can keep making aircraft. Now, I have this tank in position as well over here, so it's a good idea. The happiness in here is a big, big problem. I will have my ships ready to recapture the city of Agai. Let's go ahead and use the bomber to hit Pella once again. So Pella is now down to a pretty reasonable amount of health. Let's go ahead and grab Cahokia. That was not enough movement, apparently. All right, fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep bombarding Alexandria. The city is slowly falling. We are ripping down the walls very slowly. I don't need this city, but I think it would be a good idea to just to have. Oh, apparently liberating Korea made this city have a big loyalty problem. That is a bit of a problem, actually. We do have a battleship in range of Pella now, so we can do a bit of damage to it, which is awesome. Let's rebase a plane all the way over to Norrköping, and so I can start using this airplane to assist in the war against Macedon. Hamar's time to fall. Let's go ahead and grab it with this ironclad. Excellent. Another city under our belt. These cities are flipping independent soon, right? Yeah, we've got 2 turns on these, but I think if I can get Bandar Brunei and maybe Skezmo next turn, I think I'll be just fine. Apparently you could shoot torpedoes against land units. God, that is really funny and really satisfying. Go ahead and take on Bjarkøy. I'm not quite having enough range, so we'll leave that till next turn. Barbarian Swordsman causing me issues up here, just being generally obnoxious. Well, that's fine. Oh dear, a couple of my cities flipped independent. Alexander Troyes, as well as a couple others. Wait a minute, where did my airplane go? Oh, he got kicked all the way over to Gyeongju. That is quite the distance. I don't even know if he has range on this. No, he doesn't. I'll rebase him over to Amphipolis, and then we'll do some bombarding. Oh, you don't even have range on this, so I'm gonna have to rebase you even closer, maybe up to Umeå or Karlstad. Probably Umeå is the better move. Well, Cahokia is gonna fall now anyway, so there we go. We own Cahokia. What we're gonna do is we're going to liberate that city. Excellent. And then we'll get to work on clearing out Alexandria, as expected. City should fall fairly slowly, but now I have bombers in range. I can take it out and then get the loyalty pressure back to normal in here. Of course, I also need to deal with these goddamn musketmen causing me issues, and we also need to retake these cities now. But I do have the battleships in the area doing the damage that we need. Apparently, one of my ships got flipped into the little sea here, which is a bit awkward. But Cahokia is now my city-state. I have 9 envoys with them, which I'm supremely happy about. Oh, I can't see the city of Pella. Maybe if I get a privateer over here. No, I just cannot see the city of Pella at the moment. That's unfortunate, so I won't be able to do a bombardment. I may as well just shoot this little encampment while we wait for things to happen. Right, airplanes. Let's make the things happen that we want to make happen. Let's go ahead and bombard Skezmo with both of these airplanes, and then go ahead and take it with this tank. This tank needs a heal. We'll give it a heal next turn. And we will, of course, be shooting some of these units that are still roaming around. Let's remove this farm so we can place an aluminum mine there. That is the long-term plan. Also get rid of these guys in here. Now, let's liberate Bandar Brunei at long last. There we go. And we'll go ahead and liberate to Bandar Brunei. Excellent. We'll also be keeping this city. I would love to get through this mountain pass. Avaldasnes went independent, so we'll have to come back to deal with that. Drammen is ready to get hit by my ironclad, so we'll take that with my ironclad. Now we have a bombard available. Loyalty is still a little bit of a problem, especially because of the happiness and the pressure from nearby citizens and all that sort of jazz. But we should be able to get a hold of it without too much difficulty. We'll of course be keeping as many of these cities as we can, and we'll get to work on Avaldasnes. A lot of this like city management though at this point is just like clicking randomly on things because I just have so many cities. I've been like just building flood barriers to keep them busy for a very long time. We did get a couple of more battleship armadas. Now I think the war with these two guys is nearly done, so I will send them down a little bit to the south. Just in the meantime to get this just fully finished and over with. And then we'll go ahead and head on to do something else. Now I have a little bit of oil surplus, so I'm going to make some more submarines because I can. I'll also take some promotions on these guys because I can. If we're going to war with Canada soon, I want to be doing the listening post. I want to do listening post. But for now, I guess there's no real harm in doing something like stealing a tech boost. I think that seems like pretty reasonable to me. Just get a tech boost or whatever. Of course, a musketman appears in this barb camp to cause me an issue, but we will be able to settle here without any issue next turn. Oh, there's a Macedonian musketman running around inside my territory. I think he levied Brussels, which was probably not the right move, but, you know, whatever, man. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I can't send envoys to Babylon. I don't have any envoys. Never mind. There is replaceable parts. We can get infantry. We can also renew a mission. Now, I think another city flipped independent somewhere. I didn't hear exactly where it was. I have so many notifications that trying to find anything meaningful here is becoming difficult. I think it was Alexandria Proptasia. Right, let's hammer Alexandria with the bomber, and then we'll do the same thing with the boats to make sure that we can hurt this city, like so. Now, the city is easily captured by a tank. Oh, not quite, so we're going to need another turn, or perhaps even more damage. Well, let's get the damage in on that guy, and now it should be capturable by a tank. And now Alexandria belongs to me, and now I've got a bunch of loyalty pressure over here, and now I shall have no more troubles with loyalty over here as far as I can tell. I also need to recapture AI guy. Let's do that. Can I capture it without this? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and hammer Pella as well. Pella has almost fallen. In fact, Pella might get captured by the barbs here before I can get down there and make something happen, which I'm kind of okay with. Let's keep all these cities that we just captured. We also built flood barriers in here, mostly just as a distraction. Kind of tempted to get my hands on another one of these aerodromes to be able to build units. Although a water park at this point would be a really good idea. This city is eating up an awful lot of amenities. If we go in here, you can see we're getting amenities from civics. So I just need as many amenities in my empire as possible to try and balance out just how much war weariness and amenities that I need. I'm using my goddamn battleships to try and clear out these these Macedonian units causing me issues. But this should be a fairly easy transition over into fighting America once we have Norway done. Norway is on the precipice of being defeated, and we are bringing our entire fleet to bear. Go ahead and keep hammering these guys. Now, my airplanes can hit Nidaros, right? There's the first hit on Nidaros. And here is the... Oh, I accidentally clicked and pillaged a farm. That is unfortunate. Let's get you up to here. Move you up one more tile, and then we'll take the marauding promotion, and then they'll be in position to go ahead and capture that city next turn. Can I get a unit in range of that city to help bombard it? I don't think so. I'm going to be using the city bombard so to get rid of these units, so I can use my units for actually more important things. Alright, time for Bjarkoi to fall. If I can make it happen, I'll get as many units shooting at it as possible. And then the Ironclad will do the capturing. That'll be just that little bit more loyalty pressure that'll keep everything nice and happy. One of my agents in Washington were killed. That's a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to have to rebuild that agent, so I need to find somewhere with a decent amount of production. Looks like Sazid over here would be a good idea. Let's go ahead and get the spy going in there. It'll take about 9 turns, which is fine. Also do some repairs and all that sort of jazz in these cities. Let's pop a mine down right here and delete that pin. So now we have even more aluminum. Now we are burning a little bit of aluminum because we finished more airplanes, but we will start doing a lot better on that front. I think one of my aluminum mines, I think, went independent or something, or got pillaged. I swear I had 2 sources of aluminum. Let's have a look around. Right, there's one there. Do I own this one? I don't own that one. I could have sworn I had another copy of aluminum somewhere. Yeah, okay. So there was that one. Oh, it was because oh god, what have I done? A guy, I have no idea how to say this. AI gay went independent, and that was the problem. Let's settle here on the uranium, and then, oh god, the double barb pop. Well, we'll get rid of them without too much hassle, and then we can get this uranium online. So when we do actually get over here to unlocking nuclear fission, we'll be able to start building nuclear devices pretty readily, because we're making a whole bunch of uranium every single turn. What do you mean I lost Suzerainty of Cahokia? Who the hell had 9 envoys ready and waiting to take Suzerainty of Cahokia from me? Like, what? I guess I'll just have to buy another tank. Fine, I'll do it. And I'll take Cahokia, or I'll take Pella next turn, I guess. Let's go ahead and make this city go independent, or rather take this city ourselves too. I guess you may as well just take a promotion, and I'll use you for other stuff too. All right, there's Alexander Troas back in our hands. We will be grabbing Pella if we can. Let's go ahead and bombard this one too. I want this under my control. Basically, everyone in the world hates me because I've been killing them all. But that's fine. Apparently, Canada is trying to capture Avaldsnes. Which is fine, go right ahead. I do want to fully kill Norway if I can, so let's keep these boats a-rolling. +1 movement on that ironclad will help it catch up and get over here to Kristiansand to kill that city. I was hoping to capture Nidaros this turn, but it's only a maybe, since I won't be able to get enough damage on it. Oh, no, I did. Excellent. So Nidaros is now mine. I'll go ahead and keep that city and then start bombarding. Loyalty is definitely now not an issue for me. We just need to kill Kristiansand, and I think that's all of the Norwegian cities, right? I don't see another one. Yeah, as far as I can tell, this is the only Norwegian city that is left in the game. I'm going to send another spy to Canada just so I can have multiple spies working on getting me diplomatic visibility with them. And it looks like we're about ready to declare war on America. Now, the dangerous thing is they have a fairly huge army. They're highly technologically advanced. They're already working on a scientific victory. And I'm not going to be able to bring my full might to bear unless I cancel the war with Macedon. But I would like to kill off Macedon if I could. But I could just piece them out here after I take their capital and then move on to America. So I might just do that. I might just go ahead and start moving my fleet in the direction of the other stuff that I want to do and go from there, and then not worry about having to fully kill Macedon, because I think, well, that's really cool. Oh my god, this privateer is trapped in here. While I would like to do that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and start moving my units into position to attack America from the west as well as the east. In particular, I'm more interested in, getting Canada under my belt. Their capital is in a pretty vulnerable spot, so this actually should be a fairly straightforward kill of both America and Canada, as long as I can get units and airplanes sort of in position. Like Boston and St. Louis will be both of my sort of staging areas that I'll be attacking from. I'll be, of course, coming in through Atlanta, St. John, Calgary, Halifax, Quebec, Vancouver, and then taking Ottawa, and then swinging up to try to grab Washington through St. Louis with one army, and then I'll be sweeping across with this navy to grab like Toronto, Cleveland, Baltimore, New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, and then maybe push in from that direction. So that's kind of where I'm at in terms of how to push into America and Canada. So we'll see how that works out. Now is as good a time as any to get the war declared on America, I guess. So I will have a 25% reduction in grievances generated if I declare a war of territorial expansion compared to a formal war. So let's do a war of territorial expansion. This will give me a little bit of grievances, but not quite as many as you would normally expect. And we can get started on erasing America from the map. Now, the first things we're going to want to do is kill some of these frigates. So let's go ahead and do that shot and make sure that we kill some of these units as well. I liberated Bandar Brunei and somebody stole suzerainty of them. Wait, why couldn't I walk through that territory? I'm so confused. Oh, the Canadian Great General was in the way. That's so dumb. I tried to move to attack this, and it sent my submarine all the way over here, which is very much so not what I wanted to do. Apparently you can shoot these things. What are you, a destroyer? Okay, all right, you're a destroyer, so you don't have a ranged attack. That makes a bit more sense. Let's go ahead and kill off these guys. And then we'll also bombard this guy, because I want to make sure that he is taken care of too. I've also got a lot of these boats over here that I'm going to need to deal with. Anyway, Norway is basically dealt with. There's still a little bit of loyalty, mainly just down to the fact that the unhappiness level and the occupation is so bad that it's causing it to fall by 4, which doesn't make any sense because the city has, enough loyalty in theory. What if I were to just pop a Mani into Hamar? Would that maybe fix it just for a turn? Yeah, no, the city has plenty of loyalty. It doesn't need that. Right, Magnus, where could you fit? Looks like Alexandria profitless is loyalty bad. Just trying to figure out where the best spots for things are. Right, Pella will fall next turn at the under the feet of this tank. Now, I'm currently at war with both America and Canada, so we'll have to get to work on dealing with that, because declaring on one means you declared on both. And let's get a couple more battleships and keep on moving along. We did get our hands on another couple of battleship armadas, which is really nice. I could kill Brussels, if I really wanted to, but I don't see a point. I mean, I may as well farm them for experience. And I also need to deal with these musketmen running around inside my territory causing me issues. All of my trade routes just got broken, by the way, because of those wars that I declared. So that's going to have to be a bit of a management thing that we're going to have to do. I just lost a whole bunch of my income, but I have such a huge empire now that my income shouldn't be a problem. Wow, Korea hates my guts. I have literally 1,000 grievances against them. And I'm only losing 2 per turn because I control their capital. Oh, wow. America has aircraft. I need to watch out because one of my ships just got bombed by an aircraft, which is pretty damn scary. So America actually has an air force. So this is going to be something we're going to have to be very, very careful about, because if any of our ships are relatively low health, up until this point, I have been able to sort of live on the edge and run around with low health. But from now on, I'm going to have to be very, very careful about keeping my ships healed up, or else I'm going to start losing them to essentially free bomber kill. Wait! This goddamn catapult baited me again. It does not feel good to have a ship sent like a million miles in the wrong direction. Let's keep bombarding Christian Sand. That will fall pretty damn soon. We'll also be trying to finish off some of these little units running around inside my territory. Now the aircraft, it's time to get them positioned into a more friendly warfare position. One in Oslo, and I'll also position one over in Bjarkøy. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's enough range to hit St. John. So I just need to have my aircraft be able to hit these things and leapfrog across and start getting damage in on these guys from the east. I'm there to my west. I'm attacking from the east. All right, time for Pella to fall. Let's get our tank in to finish the job. There we go. Pella is now down. I might keep this aircraft over here just to keep killing some of these cities like Pintna, because maybe it's better just to completely eradicate Macedon. In the meantime, I have a massive amount of troops that I need to start moving to the east. Well, troops and aircraft and all that sort of jazz. So let's go ahead and get one over here. Let's go ahead and keep the city as well. That's going to basically eradicate loyalty problems in this local area. I am going to have to take Toronto, move on over to Cleveland, all that sort of jazz. Right, looking just fine. Just obviously queue up a whole bunch of stuff I don't care about, because there's only a few cities that I really care about interacting with at this point. Most of my in-turn movements are going to be unit based. Now in terms of trade routes, this is going to be hard, but what I will be doing, I'm going to be doing something a little bit interesting. I'm going to be trading with myself, and I'm going to be trading for food and production. So this is going to be an awful lot of clicking, basically like this, just click, 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 click. And eventually what I will do is I'll plug in that card. In fact, I'll do it this turn. I'll plug in that card that gives me extra gold from trade routes. Where is it? Triangular trade. I'm going to plug that instead of rationalism, because at this point, I don't really need science. And it's only really providing me with about 10% science boost. So at this point, I don't need that much science. And I'm much happier if I'm getting a little bit of extra gold from all these trade routes that I've built. It might only be 4 gold per city, and it might not be that much in the long run, but that 4 gold is a big deal compared to the science, because I just need so much. I've only got 11 trade routes left, which is pretty damn sad. Another aircraft attack on one of my destroyers that hurt. It's stationed in Atlanta, as far as I can tell right now, so I'm going to have to try and deal with that. They've also got nuclear submarines, which is pretty terrifying, considering a few of my ships are running around with basically no health. I'm going to have to try to deal with that. Let's get this musketman killed. I need a bomber to deal with some of this stuff, like this guy. All right, submarine, why don't you run away and see if you can hide inside my territory. All right, we've got this nuclear submarine to deal with. We've got so much stuff to deal with, and I need my guys to start healing up as well. Let's run over to Bandar Brunei, where you can heal nice and safely. Let's kill that great general. Let's step forward here. We'll kill you. Step you forward. I'm going to do damage to this nuclear submarine, because that's important to get that knocked out of the park, like so. And then I'll kill this guy right there. Excellent. So we're making good progress. I'm still worried about this bomber that's stationed over here. I would like to get vision of this city if I could, and I'm trying to think about how I could do that. Finished another bomber in the capital. I would love to get a thermal bath, but I think it's going to have to be just getting more and more bombers. You know what I'm going to want too? I'm going to want like a military engineer, so I need to find like an encampment city somewhere. Or maybe get my hands on an encampment, but we're just going to spam bombers at this point so that we can just have all of the bombers ever. All right, Toronto is next up. I do have a destroyer flotilla in the area to grab that city. It's going to belong to me. It's only 9 grievances for Toronto, which is totally acceptable. This bomber needs to rebase over to here. And this entire fleet now needs to basically relocate across the entire map to get over to the new war front. It'll be a lot of micromanaging in between turns, so don't worry about don't worry if the episode is really short. It's because not a lot was happening, right? It's just there's a lot of micromanagement. I'm going to be doing a lot of like this kind of stuff where I'm shooting cities and just capturing them with my tanks and stuff like that. Let's keep grabbing some destroyers. I am running low on oil, which tells me that I actually would really like to pick up telecommunications so that I can upgrade some of my submarines to not consume oil. So I'm running a little bit low on oil. I'm only losing 2 per turn at the moment, but being able to upgrade my things to not use oil would be a big deal for me. Let's pop in another aluminum mine so that we can keep getting aircraft. I also need to kill some of these goddamn boats that are floating around still. I also need to take out this city. Let's go ahead and start bombarding it. I would love to pillage that trade route. I'd love all that gold, but I think it's just not feasible. I may as well hit it with my ironclad to get a little bit of extra damage in. We can use our bombers to do damage to some enemy units, even if we can't hit their cities. I'm also going to take a promotion on here Box formation seems like it's pretty good at preventing damage. Oh my god. I just really need to do something about this whole section up here. I've been trying to fight this off over here for a very long time now. Water park finished in Estergomp. Let's grab ourselves a Ferris wheel for the extra amenity. I'm also going to be doing just generally random stuff across a lot of my cities. Some of them are finishing up what they were doing. I got an oil power plant in Linköping for some reason. Can I build a navy? Ooh, I can get an aircraft carrier in here. I would like one of those. Just queue up a bunch of random stuff in here. A lot of these cities, it's really just kind of like random crap that I'm doing in them, because I just don't want to have to micromanage them over a very long period of time at this point, because I want to focus on my army. Right, so it's about time that we got vision on Atlanta. Now, there is still a navy that I need to deal with. There's a P-51 Mustang, that we also need to deal with. Now, I could bomb the city with this guy, and my bomber might take some return damage, but that's just fine. Let's get up and start doing the damage. Now we can capture it with our destroyer. Excellent. City is mine. It belongs to me. Get out of here. I will, of course, be keeping this city. I need a loyalty. So let's grab Victor and establish him in Atlanta. Now I can start dealing with some of these boats that are causing me issues. We'll get rid of this guy. We'll get rid of you. We'll bring down another boat to support. You need to go in here to heal so that you can get refreshed. Just queue up a whole bunch of random crap. The nice thing is there is actually an aircraft stationing thing here, which is going to be helpful for actually attacking America. I guess they didn't really think about that one, did they? May as well bomb Alvaldness. I guess I could take that if I wanted to. I've also got a bomber over here that I want to use against my enemies because I'm trying to prevent all of these trade routes from getting pillaged. We'll go ahead and bomb that. That'll kill him. Now, I'd love to start bombing Cleveland this turn because I have units in range, but I need to get more than what I have in... Can you shoot that? Oh, you're a destroyer. Sorry. So it's hard to tell whether a unit has a ranged attack or not sometimes. I'm like, attack, why aren't you shooting? And it's like, I'm not a ranged unit. All right, so this bomber would be nice if I could use it against someone. I mean, I guess I could pillage that, right? Just be annoying. All right, Navy is moving out. Happy days. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. I don't think I need any more strategics to get online over here, do I? I think I have all the ones that I care about up. There might be some oil somewhere or something, but that's about it. I can't really tell. There's a bit of niter over there I may as well grab. I mean, it's a bit redundant, but sure, why not? Let's get this tank moving out to join the war in America. And now is the time for Christian sand to fall underneath my iron keel as well. I said keel, not heel. There we go. Norway will not stand the test of time. Another bunch of era score towards my golden age, although I already have a golden age. So Norway is done, so loyalty problems in Norwegian cities will not be an issue for me. Dion is almost ready to go down. I spent a couple of turns hammering it. I think this tank can finish it off. So that's another city in my favor. Brilliant. I'm kind of tempted to put like Moksha in there just to keep it from going independent so that I can make enough time to fully finish off Alexander. We'll keep that city. It's only a few little points here and there. Now in Norrköping, this is another city that I don't super care about, although it is a pretty decent city. I guess I could grab myself some kind of unit in here. It really doesn't have enough production, so I'm just going to tell it to build like just like whatever buildings it can build, just build them all. How can I not see the city of Cleveland? My ship is like right there. I'm so confused. All right, let's start bombarding Cleveland. Let's also use the bomber because the bomber actually does more damage than anything else I have. That'll completely strip the walls down, and then I just need to get enough units in range to actually hit the city. Let's use the full extent of your movement to make sure that you can get as much hits in as possible. Then we'll use this destroyer to capture Cleveland, and we'll be able to place a bomber in here. Now, I believe I was moving a bomber out over here. I think I already did that, actually, yeah. I have a bomber in Buda right now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that bomber and teleport it over to here. We're going to rebase it in here. I'm also going to rebase this bomber over to Atlanta. Sorry about that, my phone rang. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and swing in all of our airplanes into Atlanta and use Atlanta as a base of operation to bomb a whole bunch of these cities. Now, in the meantime, that's it from me. I love you all very much. I know it was a little bit shorter of an episode, but that's because a lot of what was happening was behind the scenes, a lot of just moving units around, all that sort of stuff. But next episode, we will have a fully fleshed out super war where we finish off America. We might even get to use nuclear weapons. I don't know. There's probably not enough time left in the game because I'm pretty close to getting nuclear weapons. I have the uranium. I just need to do the Manhattan Project, get a couple of nuclear devices. It's a maybe on whether or not we'll be able to do that. But yeah, I'm going to call that the end of it. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.